So for TaliHo, we're just making some hatch covers for forward and aft hatch. They're a little bit more complicated than standard hatches because they're companionways basically, right? But what they've also got is a butterfly hatch, more like a hummingbird hatch, this huge thing down here. And if you have a look, we're just going to try and mimic the style as best as we can. So the size of these hems is not my standard size. Like I always go 1/2 inch on these windows, and I do, but this is a little bit more luxurious. They've gone a little bit bigger, but I'm just going to photograph, measure every little detail of this so that while I'm first I make my pattern, I'll take it into the shop and I'll refine the pattern. And when I refine it, I'll add all of these measurements, and it's kind of my recipe book for how I'm going to make these covers. And there's a certain language, and each shop is different, right? Each shop has its standard language that it speaks, its hem sizes, its window sizes, it's whether they do curved windows or they don't usually do curved window or whatever, right? It's a kind of a stylistic preference. And seeing as I don't really have much of that, I'm just gonna copy these beautiful hatch covers here. Do my best to make it flow nicely with the other stuff. Detail. It looks too like they made it a certain length and then there was a problem where it didn't end up quite as long as they needed it, so they had to add it. It's just a face. If you make it too long, then it's in the way. If you make it too short, then some of the bright work gets marred. Tricky bit, you gotta get it off and not destroy all your hard work. Oh, snug as a bug.
Hey, you're doing the double roll, same though. Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Nicely done. The after, oh yeah, that says balance 8 feet.
8 feet, okay.
Got it.
Okay. At the end, I'll leave the rest extra, and then when you come back, we'll mark where the stays sit I'm sitting.
Yeah.
Do my hems. It should be only like a few hours of work.
Okay.
All going well.
Perfect. Excited to go sailing? Is this our first time sailing together?
No, we sailed together.
What? Oh, we did. Oh, damn.
Also, this is my first time sailing this year. No, second time.
Yeah. Oh, it's my first time sailing
Your
this year.
first time sailing this year.
Woo. Wait, what a kickoff.
It's not every day that you get to sail TaliHo off anchor in your own bay, so I think you'll forgive me for being a little overexcited.
So that's just
On paper, TaliHo and Perihelion share a few numbers that were actually pretty surprising to me, so this was very informative as to how I'd like to set up Perihelion. One thing for sure though is, I'm not going for a traditional rig. This is a huge pain every time you need to go sailing.
Anchor chain tending aft.
And the main reason is I don't anticipate having a ton of YouTubers on deck as crew every single time I want to take my boat out.
Staysail's coming up.
That being said, this is a pretty special experience. 4 YouTube sailors all on deck at the same time.
here. I'll sweat or I'll tail for you.
All having spent countless hours restoring their boats and getting to enjoy the ocean together. It's amazing.
Driving.
Oh yeah, I wanted to keep cold. What a treat! I can't believe I just sailed TaliHo out of Silva Bay. Awesome. Right, let's get back to work. Thanks to Aladino's help, we now have a good mold and we've done 1 good beam, so it's time for 5 more. Let's hammer them in and get it done. Now that the beams are all glued up, all 6 of them sitting right here, our next job is to take the power planer, the hand power planer, and knock off as much of this epoxy as we can. So we get it down kind of nearly flush, and then we put it through the thickness planer, prime, paint on the boat. And there you go. We got some beautiful white beams. They look spectacular. We got our first coat of white paint, but I've got some more sanding and painting to do to fix a few imperfections on these things. But I'm very, very happy. Thank you so much to Aladino from Sailing Magic Carpet, who made this just way more perfect than it had any right to be, given that I was in charge of things. But also a huge thank you to Dave with the milling of the wood, and Dawn for letting me use her shop to make these look as good as they are, and to Barry and Toby, who lent their hand in making this possible. It's been a real group effort. We're proud of these. Hopefully they look just as good as this in the boat. This episode is a little light on the boat building. I think it's more an episode on community building, because I've been doing the work over the years. I've stuck my neck out for my friends, and I'm doing the work and helping them out and trying to make Silva Bay into a community that I can be proud of, and I think it's starting to pay off. I have loads of friends here now, and I have lots of people passing through. The sailing community here has grown exponentially. We have YouTubers coming through every damn week. I am so proud of the space that we've made for sailors around here on the Salish Coast. This is a lot of fun. It's a good way to live, and I'm proud of it. By the way, this is us introducing Captain Bill, a Vietnam vet, to shawarma. You couldn't do that without community. So yeah, build a boat, build a community, build a home, build something you'd be proud of, I guess. That's all I'm trying to do. See you guys next week.